Trae Young is starting a new chapter with the Washington Wizards. So today we're going to swap his career with Luka to answer the question, who will have the better career? Starting with the rookie seasons where Luka's going to win the Rookie of the Year averaging 27 points per game. He somehow wasn't even an all-star. And Trae Young finishes third in the Rookie of the Year race averaging 23 points per game. But both the Hawks and Mavericks would have to wait to see playoff success because they're both sitting with the two worst records in the NBA. But entering season 2, Luka's not only going to make his first all-star game, but he's going to finish 4th in MVP voting averaging 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. Being the captain of the all-star game in your second season is insane. Along with being an all-star, Luka's going to win his first scoring title at 21 years old. So Trae Young's got a lot of catching up to do, but in his second season, he averaged 27 points and 7 assists per game. But once again, the Mavericks and Hawks are both going to miss the playoffs. The Mavericks are the 13th seed with 33 wins, and the Hawks are also the 13th seed with 27 wins. But as we move on to their third season, Trae Young's going to make his first all-star game. It's kind of funny, he's on the same team as Luka, and he's going to finish the season averaging 29 points and 8 assists per game. Meanwhile, Luka finishes second in MVP behind Wizards Westbrook. I mean, nobody's going to beat him with a crazy stat line like this. But Luka's stat line was also insane. He averaged 34 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists per game. But Luka's not going to win his second scoring title because Curry averaged 35 points a game. The Mavericks are the 10th seed, so Trae Young might finally make the playoffs. And if we take a look at the Eastern Conference, the Hawks are the 6th seed. And unfortunately for Trae Young, he's going to have to wait another year before making the playoffs. Him and Porzingis played pretty good. Brunson played alright, but outside of that, everybody played pretty bad. But for Luka and the Hawks, they have to go up against the Raptors, who won the last 2 championships. And in Luka's first ever playoff game, they're going to blow out the defending champs. He put up a 30-point near triple-double. Bogdanovich also went off, and they pretty much won because Kyle Lowry shot 3 for 16. And Luka's playoff success is going to continue because in his first ever playoff series, they're going to upset the Raptors. Luka averaged 37 points in that series, but on to the second round, they have to play the Big 3 Nets. In back-to-back series, the Hawks are going to steal Game 1 on the road. That is very surprising considering how good the Nets are, but Luka is just carrying this team. And I don't know what the Nets are doing. The Hawks are going to go up 2-0. They got cooked by Lou Will, who had 25. Luka only had 16. Okay, he fouled out in 17 minutes. And the Hawks still played really good without him. I don't know what's up with the Nets. Kyrie and KD played good. Harden only had 14. But after those games, this series has not been easy. The Hawks are going to lose Game 6, and we're going to a Game 7. The Hawks were up 3-1, and even with Luka going off in Games 5 and 6, the Hawks didn't play too great. And unfortunately for Luka, his team's going to blow a 3-1 lead. All because James Harden dropped 38 on them. I can't believe they just went out like that. But with the Hawks upsetting the Raptors, we're going to have a new champion, and it's the Pelicans. But in his 4th season, Luka's going to win the MVP averaging 38 points per game. And that's easily going to be enough to win the scoring title. And out in Dallas, Trae Young averages 26 points a game. With Luka winning the MVP, the Hawks are going to have the best record in the East, tied with the Bucks. And for Trae Young, they're once again not going to make the playoffs or the play-in. They're sitting at the 12th seed. In the first round, the Hawks have to play the Cavs. This is the year before Donovan Mitchell went there, so this should be kind of easy. The Hawks are going to make it out in 5. Now they have to play the Celtics. And honestly, the Celtics look pretty good for a 6 seed. And this is such a bad look for the Hawks. They won the first 2 games of the series, but now they just lost 4 in a row and they're eliminated. Luka put up 42, 7, and 10 in Game 6. They need to get him help. He was putting up crazy numbers all series. In Game 2, he had a 50, 14, 19 game, and he averaged 43 in the playoffs. They need to get him some help. The Pelicans are eliminated, so we're going to get a new champion here, and it's the Celtics. So the next season, they got him some help by adding DeJounte Murray to the team. And Trae Young also got help as the Mavericks traded for Kyrie Irving. And with the extra help, Luka finishes second in MVP, averaging 28 points per game. And Trae Young's finally going to make his first All-NBA team, averaging 31 points and 10 assists per game. And Trae Young's going to win his first scoring title. It took long enough. The Mavericks are the 9th seed. They've been so disappointing. And it looks like they're going to hold on to win their first play-in game. Kyrie carried the team with 35 points. Trae Young had 25 and 11. And now they just have to win one more game against the Warriors. And they're going to do it. Trae Young's finally going to make his... Oh my gosh, they won by 1. They almost lost. but Trae Young's finally gonna make his first playoff appearance. Also, I didn't even realize the Hawks are sitting at the 3 seed, and in the first round they have to play Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Meanwhile, for Trae Young and Kyrie, they have to go up against Anthony Edwards. And this is not a good look. The Mavericks and Hawks are both down 3-0. The Mavericks get swept. The Hawks are actually gonna win game 4. Can they come back down 3-0? They can't. So that's a super disappointing playoff run, especially from Luka. The Celtics aren't gonna go back-to-back. They make the finals and lose. But in season 6, Trae Young makes his second All-NBA team, averaging 25 and 11, and Luka's gonna finish second in MVP, putting up 28 points and 11 assists per game. And it took long enough, but the Mavericks are finally in the playoffs, and the Hawks are sitting at the 2nd seed. But unfortunately, the Mavericks are gonna lose to the Warriors in 5. Meanwhile, the Hawks are having trouble against the Nets. They're gonna take game 5, and they're gonna make it out in 6. And now we get to see Luka versus Giannis. This should be a good one. And in game 6, Luka and the Hawks finally have a chance to move on to his first conference finals. Jalen Johnson in the corner is gonna use the screen. He drives past Giannis for the layup, and he puts the Hawks up by 3. I'm kind of scared for what Giannis is about to do to Jalen Johnson, though. He gets an easy layup. And since we're in 2024, this version of Jalen Johnson, he's solid, but nowhere near today's version. I don't know why Clint Capella is pump faking in the mid-range. He's gonna find Luka. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. He takes the step back mid-range, and it's good. Now we have Giannis isoing Jalen Johnson once again. He's gonna body him, and he posters him. Jalen Johnson's gonna come set the screen for Luka. He gets an open 3 and knocks it down. Giannis iso again behind the back drive. He's gonna miss the dunk though, and Capella gets the rebound. And on the fast break, the Bucks are gonna foul Clint Capella. He makes his first free throw, and for a chance to put the Hawks up by 6, his second free throw's good. So now the Bucks are running out of time here. Giannis is gonna use the screen from Bobby Portis. He makes the layup, but now the Bucks have to foul again. We have Luka going to the line. He's gonna make his first free throw to put the Hawks back up 6. His second one's good. 30 seconds to go. The Bucks are gonna need a big shot here. Dame, the layup over Luka's gonna miss, and Luka's moving on to his first conference finals. He put up 38, 9, and 10 in the closeout game, and in the conference finals, they're gonna be playing the Knicks. And this is before the Cat trade, so they still have Julius Randle at center, and the Hawks find themselves in the same position as last series. If they win this game, they move on. But if they lose, we're going to a game 7. Jalen Brunson's gonna throw it down low to Julius Randle, the drop step and the layup, and he gives the Knicks the lead. Now it's up to Luka to carry this team. He's gonna spin on Jalen Brunson. He spins again, but he misses the layup. Sadiq Bey's gonna grab the rebound. Jalen Johnson the 3, and it's off. Julius Randle on the break, gets past Clint Capella easily, and he puts the Knicks up by 3. That is a huge shot. We're gonna need Luka to cook here on the ice, so he finds an open Sadiq Bey, and we're all tied up. That was a great pass. Now let's see if the Hawks can play defense here. Jalen Brunson is kind of cooking Luka. He's gonna make his way into the paint. He gets stopped to Hartenstein to Randle. 8 seconds to go. Randle on the drive gets stopped. He's gonna swing it to Brunson in the corner, and his 3's off. So now with under a minute to go, Luka's gonna iso. He breaks Jalen Brunson's ankles, but he misses the mid-range. Capella's gonna get the clutch rebound. Luka the layup, and the Hawks go up 2. This has been a crazy game. Brunson's gonna find OG in the corner, and he's gonna miss the 3. And with a 5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, the Knicks are not gonna foul here. Luka's gonna chew out the clock though. Capella's gonna come set the screen. Luka, the 3 over Brunson's gonna miss, and the Hawks can't get the board. 93% of people who watch me aren't subscribed, so make sure to subscribe to help me hit my goal of 35,000 subscribers. So now they have 6 seconds to get a stop here, or else we're going to a game 7. Jalen Brunson finds Randle, the 3, he's gonna miss, and the Hawks are moving on to the finals. And in the finals, of course, they have to go up against the defending champions. Game 1's not even close. The Hawks are gonna win on the road. Sadiq Bey led the team, dropping 32. DeJounte at 27. Luka's not even here. He only had 10 points. And in game 2, the Hawks steal another game on the road. This time, Luka was their leading scorer. Sadiq Bey is having himself a series. Game 3, though, the Timberwolves are going to win, so no team has won a home game yet. Luka had 36, and for the Timberwolves, Naz Reid dropped 38. But in game 4, the Hawks blow out the Timberwolves to take a 3-1 lead. They had a great second quarter. DeJounte had 26. Luka put up 22 and 13. But in game 5, this series is not over yet. The Timberwolves are still holding on. But in game 6, the Hawks are going to win, and Luka's going to win his first championship and finals MVP. But after years of disappointment with the Mavericks, Trae Young is going to get traded to the Lakers. And in Trae Young's first season on the Lakers, he's on the All-NBA second team, averaging 30 points and 12 assists per game. Meanwhile, Luka finishes second in MVP once again, averaging 34 points and 10 assists per game. So he's going to win his third scoring title, and even with LeBron on the All-NBA first team and Trae on the second team, the Lakers don't make the playoffs. That is very embarrassing embarrassing. And if we go to the East, the Hawks are the 1 seed. I thought they weren't here for a second. They finished the season with 58 wins. Now let's see if they can go back-to-back. The first round should be easy against the play-in team they're gonna sweep. But in the second round, they have to go up against the Celtics, who have Derek White and Porzingis now. I feel like the Hawks should be able to easily win this series too. They're gonna win the first 2 games. They're gonna go up 3-0. They're not gonna sweep. Game 5, they're gonna lose. Game 6, they're gonna win, and they're on to the conference finals against the Cavs. Last time the Hawks played the Cavs, they didn't have Donovan Mitchell. Evan Mobley's also up to a 92. So let's see how this goes. Game 1, the Cavs are gonna win by 4. Game 2, the Hawks are gonna blow out the Cavs. Game 3, the Hawks blow out the Cavs, and we have a 2-2 series. And in Game 5, we have a close one. The winner of this goes up 3-2 in the series. Mobley's gonna find Garland coming off the screen, and he's gonna miss the 3. Karis LeVert's gonna find Luka. Luka with the behind the back. He had an open layup, but he kicks it to Karis, and his 3's off. I don't know why Luka didn't just take the layup there. Now we have Ty Jerome on the break. He's gonna find Donovan Mitchell and set the screen for him. He gets an open mid-range and it rolls off the rim. So now we have Luka in the corner trying to attack Garland and make his way into the paint. He kicks it out to Ricochet, and his 3's off. I don't think anybody's made a shot yet. Now on the fast break, Garland's gonna slow it down here. He's gonna throw it down low to Evan Mobley in the paint with the fake and the shot. He misses it over Onyeka. Everyone is just bricking. Dyson Daniels finds Luka in the corner and he misses the 3. I don't know what is going on. Nobody's made a shot yet, but Mobley gets a nice look and he makes the layup. 30 seconds to go. Luka on the drive. He's gonna get Jared Allen switched onto him. As long as he doesn't go into the post, he should be good here. The size up, the spin. I don't know what he's doing. He should just run back out to the 3-point line here. He kicks it to Onyeka, to Dyson. 5 seconds left. Onyeka sets the screen. Dyson gets an open 3 and he knocks it down. But the Cavs still have 14 seconds here to hit a big shot. They're going to inbound it to DeAndre Hunter. He finds Donovan Mitchell. I don't know what he's trying to cook up. To Mobley, the moving 3 over Jalen Johnson. Jared Allen gets the board. Garland, another chance. He's going to miss. And the Hawks go up 3-2. That was a scary last couple of seconds. Ricochet dropped 38. Jalen Johnson had 33. And Luka put up a 24-point triple-double. And in Game 6, the Hawks are going to beat the Cavs to move back to the finals where they have to go up against the Mavericks. That's crazy. They're making the finals the year after trading Trae Young for Anthony Davis. But let's see if Luka can go back-to-back here. The Hawks blow out the Mavericks in Game 1. The Mavericks win Game 2 by 18. The Hawks are going to take Game 3 and Game 4. And Game 5 goes to the Mavericks. I'm going to simcast Game 6. And with a minute and a half to go, the Hawks are up by 3. If they can hold this lead, they win back-to-back championships. But Luka's going to miss the 3. It looks like Kyrie's just going to ISO on Luka here. Let's see if he can get past him. He's going to stop. He takes the layup, and the Mavericks are only down 1 now. Let's see if Luka can score right back. He finds Ricochet. Ricochet's going to find Dyson Daniels. Back to Ricochet, the 3. It's off. Onyeka's gonna get the board. He finds Luka, the 3 over Kyrie, and it's good. So now with less than a minute to go, defense is the Hawks' biggest priority here. Kyrie's gonna get into the paint on Luka, and he's gonna miss the layup. On the break, Ricochet finds Luka wide open, and he hits the dagger. So the Hawks are gonna win back-to-back championships, and Luka's gonna win his second Finals MVP. But after winning back-to-back championships, Luka wanted a new challenge as he'll be joining the Washington Wizards. Once again, Luka finishes second in MVP behind Jokic, averaging 32 points a game, and Trae Young's on the All-NBA second team, averaging 28 points and 11 assists a game. But even with Luka, the Wizards are still really bad. They finished with 34 wins. But Trae and the Lakers are even worse as they finish with 30 wins. So Luka's gonna finish his career with 1 regular season MVP, 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, and 3 scoring titles, while all Trae Young has is 1 scoring title. So it's safe to say that Luka had the better career. But if you want to see me swap Trae Young's career with Patrick Beverley, click the video on the screen right now.